Today we are talking about food journaling without shame. I know that puts a bad taste in a lot of our mouths. See what I did there? I know some of us have guilt and shame around eating. I have been there. It almost seems that society right now talks about food as a habit we're trying to break. So let me start by saying food is where we get our nutrients we need to live. Food is good for us. It is not a habit we are trying to break. When we get hungry, it is okay to eat. And we can choose to do this in a loving way. So if you're really struggling with this, maybe you beat yourself up for getting hungry again pretty soon after you've just eaten, feel free to write down a loving affirmation for yourself. So something like, it's okay to be hungry. My body is telling me I haven't given it enough nutrients yet. I will lovingly give my body more food, or something like that, whatever makes sense for you. In the show notes, I've included a 3-day journal for you to download. It's a 3-day food journal. If you choose to do this, I would want you to record everything you eat and drink for 3 days. Be thorough and detailed, so include portions, what time you ate, condiments, everything. To measure, you can just use your hand size portions. So 1 palm, 1 fist, 1 cupped handful, 2 cupped handfuls, 1 thumb. Those are the portion sizes. And just be honest, guys, you're just gathering data. This isn't about judging. This is really about learning more about yourself and your eating habits. When you're doing this for 3 days, don't change your normal routine. We really want kind of like a baseline data. And then pick 3 days that are representative. So 2 weekdays and 1 weekend day, something like that. Okay, so you're end of the 3 days. You have this data. What do you do with it? The most important part is the observations. I had to grab something from the vending machine because I was rushing between meetings. Does that happen a lot? I grabbed takeout on the way home because I was too tired to cook. Someone upset me, so I ate a bag of chips. No judgments here. John knows when I've had a super rough day. If I text him, bring home Mexican and don't forget the cheese dip. When we look back at our observations, we can then see how we can plan better for things that come up often. So for example, if you find yourself running to the vending machine a lot, are there some things you can keep at work that are easy to grab, help you feel more full than something that would be from a vending machine, and also give your body some nutrients it needs? Whatever that looks like for you is fine, but some examples for me would be cut up fruit or veggies, peanut butter, nuts, cheese sticks, hummus, things like that. One of my clients said the funniest thing this week. The saying hummus just reminded me. I told her I eat hummus and carrots almost daily, and she said, ugh, I don't like hummus. I want to. I'm an artist, for goodness sakes. I should like hummus. Like, I laughed so hard. I thought that was so funny. Okay, so if you're too tired to cook during the week, can you have the family help you make freezer meals on Sunday so they're ready to go? Nothing wrong with takeout, by the way. We usually eat out every Monday and Friday in our house. And then let's talk about stress eating. This is something I've been working on this past year. So if I get upset, I don't text John right away. First, I pop in a piece of Metabolic gum and I chew it hard. Like, I take out all my frustration on this gum. And then when I can, I start taking some deep breaths. And so then if in 20 to 30 minutes I'm still hungry, I'll eat. I'm not trying, to link it to that emotion anymore. I'm not eating because I have that emotion. I'm just calmly having a snack. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. And I usually have pretzels or homemade popcorn. I'm really into homemade popcorn over microwave. And we still eat Mexican quite a bit on Fridays, sometimes with cheese dip, sometimes without, but I'm not tying it to stress. So they're not as related in my brain as they were probably a year ago or even less. So it's just, enjoying Friday night dinner with the hubs. And that feels different in the body, even afterwards. Like if I just have cheese dip because it's Friday and we're having Mexican, or if I texted him to bring it home and I'm still like, I'm eating this because someone upset me, it feels different before and after. So here are some of my observations. So I just kind of want you to kind of apply these, and they'll be to your observations, but this is kind of how it's going to change that mindset. If I drink alcohol at lunch, I just get tired. So I really rarely drink during the day. If I have wine too close to bedtime, I don't sleep well. So I tend to have wine with dark chocolate about 30 minutes to an hour after dinner, so it's not so close to bedtime. Here's a different observation. If I have white bread because I'm out and about, I get really sleepy. So I super try to avoid white bread. But if that is the choice, like this is the option that's presented before me, I take 3 Terrazyme with it to help my body digest it quickly. It gets out all the stuff I don't need. It helps me keep the stuff that I do need, hopefully from other things that are in that meal. And I also do this with beer because I can tell when I drink beer, I tend to get puffy. So these were some super small changes that really improve my quality of life. And I would love to know the simple small changes that you make and it helps you feel great. I'm going to end this with saying, give yourself grace. Change doesn't happen overnight. Go slowly. Pick just one thing. Even if you had a lot of observations, pick one thing. And once that's a habit, then pick another. And if you slip up, that's okay. We're human. Love yourself and give yourself compassion. You can even write yourself a loving affirmation for slip-ups too if you need to. Things do happen that throw a wrench in things. So just try again the next day or the next hour even. That's perfectly fine. So I have a funny story from one of my clients. And she was decided that she was going to stop getting Starbucks every single morning. And she was like, I'm going to make coffee or tea at home. I'm going to grab a great magazine. I'm going to sit by the pool. It's going to be a wonderful, relaxing morning. So she did it. Like the next day, she made her coffee. She grabbed her magazine. She stepped out on the back deck and there was a huge snake blocking her chair. So you can choose to take that as a sign that you are meant to go to Starbucks daily. Or you can giggle to yourself, okay, I knew things would come up. Maybe I'll go to Starbucks today and try again tomorrow. Maybe I'll sit by the window inside today and enjoy almost being outside. Or maybe I'll, run to the restroom and see if the snake's gone. Whatever you decide, just know that you are doing the best that you can and do it with loving kindness for yourself. Please subscribe or follow. Check out the show notes. I always put some goodies in there. And if you think this would be helpful, also share it with a friend. I will see you next time.